According to the National Treasury, the recurrent expenditure in the 2018-2019 financial year will amount to 1.48 trillion shillings, which is 14.9% of GDP, and development expenditure will amount to 679.2 billion shillings, which is 6.8% of GDP, while other expenditure will take 333.6 billion, which is 33.3% of GDP. The tax policy and revenue administration reforms that are ongoing are expected to boost revenue collection, where the Kenya Revenue Authority will be tasked at collecting 1.85 trillion shillings, which is 220 billion shillings more than the 1.26 trillion shillings the taxman plans to collect in the current financial year. The overall fiscal deficit, including grants, is projected at 592.8 billion shillings, which is 5.9% of GDP, down from 691.2 billion shillings in the current financial year. The latest budget review paper by the National Treasury indicates that the fiscal deficit in the next financial year will be financed by net external financing of 205.6 billion shillings, 383 billion shillings net domestic borrowing, and other net receipts of 4.2 billion shillings. The National Treasury indicates that the medium-term plan will focus on implementing growth-oriented policies anchored on moderation of public expenditure growth. The policy paper notes that the composition of expenditure will focus on productive capital projects and priority commitments, while protecting budgetary allocations to social sectors including education, health, and social protection. This will be supported by focusing on employment creation and youth empowerment, improving food security through subsidy inputs, and increasing the acreage under irrigation, improving infrastructure connectivity across the country, increasing connectivity to reliable and affordable energy, and enhancing social welfare programs in health, education, and social protection. The National Treasury is optimistic that the various measures put in place by government will support strong growth going forward. Regina Manyara Guitar reporting for Channel 1 Business.